Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks that really make a huge difference when you are trying to lift your hair. I'm going to be using today the lightener from Ion. You can get this from Sally's, and for both strands I'm going to be using 20 volume developer from Ion as well. You can get this at Sally's too. And even though we're going to be using the same developer, we're going to have two different results because the technique makes a huge difference. The first thing I want to talk about is ratios. Make sure you have the correct amount of lightener versus developer. I see this all over YouTube, girls not applying enough developer to their lightener, so they end up with orange hair. So I really recommend one to have a scale or at least a little measuring cup. This cost me $1 from Sally's. So I'm going to put a scoop of lightener, which measures at 80 ounces. So for my bleach, actually it says 75. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but I always like to add at least 0.5, like 0.50 ounces more to my lightener. So instead of going, since I have 0.75 ounces of developer, I'm gonna go and add 1.5 ounces of developer. This is really going to help lift the hair beautifully. And then for my don't, so I'm going to do the same thing, 0.75. What happens if I just put, let's say, 0.40 ounces? Not even an ounce. So as you guys can see, the consistency of the one that I didn't apply enough developer, it's kind of pasty, clumpy. That is the wrong consistency. The right consistency is this creamy, consistency. As you guys can see, the difference is pretty phenomenal. So I'm just gonna add a tad more because of developer on the wrong bowl, just to add a tad. But I'm just going to add a tiny bit just to show you guys what happens. And I'm gonna leave it like that. So it is getting a little pasty, less pasty, but I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, it's not runny at all. If I turn my bowl, nothing comes out. So second tip that's super important, you guys, is adding a sort of pH bonder into your bleach, which will keep the integrity of your hair, because as you know, when you apply bleach, it basically fries your hair. So adding some sort of bonder like Olaplex or REDKEN pH bonder into your bleach is going to add conditioning properties that will prevent your bleach from damaging your hair. I don't have any right now, but I'll link a few options down in the description box. So that would be the second step to do. So this is going to be the correct way to do the application, and this is going to be the wrong way. So first things first, I would say, you guys, saturation is key. So I like to really go heavy-handed. If you have dark hair like this, I am telling you, saturation is key for this process. So I am going heavy-handed here. See how well the like you can barely see the color of the hair anymore because I am just adding tons of bleach to the hair, and this is going to be huge. Okay, make sure you go up to the root. These are, I don't know if these extensions are going to hold up. All right, and move your hair around. Look at that. If I didn't flip that, all of this wouldn't have lifted. So make sure you go in there both sides. Coat everything perfectly. So if you think you need if you buy a certain amount of bleach, then double that. If you think you need a certain amount of bleach, I would say double that. Again, full saturation. Very important. So everything is well coated. Get into the hair. Fan out the hair. Look at that. I still have a few sections that aren't saturated. Okay, so it's well coated. So what not to do. I see this very often, you guys. Girls just go with their hands and they just start applying this all over the hair. It's applying unevenly. Look at that. They think everything's coated and they're not really getting in there. So this is what I see a lot on YouTube. And so they basically just go like that. Nothing is really well saturated. The consistency of the developer is not right. So this seems like most of everything is coated, but it's not. If I turn it around, this is still dark. The consistency of the bleach is not, the ratio of the bleach is not correct. So this is not gonna lift. It will, but not like we wanted. The next step that I really recommend is covering your hair up with some plastic bag. Now I know this is just a hair extension, there's no heat, but when you apply a plastic bag over your head like this is like a bag from Walmart, the heat of your head is going to keep that bleach activated. So it's going to be lifting and lifting and lifting. I mean, at some point the process stops, but this really, really helps activate and keep that bleach doing its work. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this for from 25 to 30 minutes, and I will come and check what this is at. All right. All right, you guys, so actually it's been almost 45 minutes. That's how long I left the bleach. So okay, so it did, as you guys can see, it's looking a lot lighter. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna leave this for another, let's say it's been 45 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm gonna wash this one off. We'll see what goes, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are almost done, but I am going to go to the second step in this bleaching process. So this is the hair that I bleach with the correct amount of ratio and everything like that. So while the hair is still wet, I'm gonna go in with a second coat of bleach. I know, but because the hair is wet, I'm gonna go in with this because I don't want to waste any of the product. But because the hair is wet, it's not going to grab as much onto the bleach. So this is what I like to do if I feel that my hair didn't lift at the correct amount that I wanted to. So make sure you get no lumps in here. And I'm also going to grab some of this and just dump it in here because I don't want to waste any bleach. So this time, again, I'm gonna go heavy-handed. Don't be afraid, because like I said, I washed the hair and I towel dried it, so it is pretty damp. So this is going to help the process. So again, go heavy-handed, get in there, right? Because we want an even coat. I'm seeing a few. Make sure I get everything well saturated. And I'm going to leave this for maybe 20 minutes, and I might apply some heat. I should have done that in the first step. So again, saturation is key, boys and girls. And like I said, I'm going to leave this for another 20 minutes, and then I am going to apply a little bit of heat just to make this work, and we'll wash up and compare both results. Okay, you guys, we are back. I have a section here to show you guys how the hair looked before we bleached it. So again, look at this, 2 different results, same developer. So all of those tips and tricks I shared with you guys make a huge difference. So over here we see, I see some blotchiness coming through. If we turn the hair, look at that. That is crazy. Here we have the correct way of using bleach and developer, and it lifted evenly. Look at what the difference is. It's phenomenal. So obviously you can use the same technique with the different developers, so you can go as high as 30 volume developer. I would recommend 30 volume just because 40 is going to be I'm telling you, extremely damaging for your hair. So you want to keep the integrity of your hair, because otherwise you'll get a flat, dull blonde, and we don't want that. So it's better to go little by little and lighten your hair until the desired result. And don't forget to use a pH bonder. This is going to help keep the hair feeling and looking healthy. So yeah, so I hope this helps you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please write to me in the comment section below. And yeah, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in my next one.